So I figured we were gonna lose the streak of good Spider-Geddon books, and I was right, but I didn't think it would happen this soon. But let's talk about Spider-Force #1 and Vault of Spiders #1. So, Spider-Force #1 of 3, this will be a 3-issue miniseries focusing on Kane the Scarlet Spider, Jessica Drew, Ashley Barton, and 2 new Spider characters that have been introduced in this book. I was kind of excited for this book, but then I read the book. Now I'm not that excited for the rest of the series. So the weird thing is that Otto Octavius, you know, the Superior Spider-Man, who became the Superior Spider-Man, he's not Superior Octopus anymore, he's Superior Spider-Man, told Kane to get a team to go and destroy the crystal on the radioactive Earth that holds Solus's, which is the father of the Inheritors, Solus's soul, basically, is in the crystal, and he told Kane to make a team and go and destroy that. But Verna, one of the Inheritors, is trying to stop them and is trying to get the crystal for themselves so they can bring back Solus. Now that sounds cool on paper. We never see Otto telling Kane that in this or in Spider-Geddon 2. In Spider-Geddon 2 he just goes and says to Kane, hey, I need your help. Alright, let's go. The Inheritors are back, let's go. And then that's all we saw. He didn't give them a briefing. They literally tell you about that in this. That's kind of stupid, and that sucks. Now, one of the things that I hate about comic books is that when we have something going on in the beginning, and then it says, well, it wasn't always like this, and then it goes to a flashback of how they got there. I hate that. Just tell your linear story. Don't go back. It's so stupid. But we see Kane, he's all messed up, and he's trying to fight the Verna, the crappy Inheritor, and a bunch of, I don't even know what those are. And they're in radioactive suits, like radioactive protective gear, because, you know, the planet is, well, irradiated. And then Ashley Barton and Spider-Kid save Kane from getting killed, and he's like, no, I ordered you not to save me, you gotta go back to the base, you know, you're gonna run out of, you know, oxygen, the suits are too messed up, you know, this and that. And he's like, no, we saved you. And then they start swinging to the bunker so that they can, because there's a bunker that the Spider-Man of this universe, who's Uncle Ben, stayed at to not die from the radiation. So they start swinging to the bunker. And then we get the flashback to Charlie, who is a Peter Parker, but he's like a misfit kind of kid, and he takes money from like drug dealers and stuff and uses it for himself, and he's the Spider Kid, and I don't know where, and he doesn't even call himself Peter, he calls himself Charlie, and they don't really like establish him that much, and we just see Ashley Barton pick up Spider Kid and recruit him. Then Kane goes to Jessica Drew and she's like, no, I'm not gonna join your team, you know, I have a kid and this and that, but of course she's gonna join the team. She's on the front cover. And then obviously Jessica Drew shows up with Ashley Barton, Spider-Kid, and Kane. They put on the radiation suits, and then they go through a portal and land onto Earth 3145. And their watches get all messed up and destroyed, and Kane says, well, this is basically a suicide mission. There's no way we're gonna go back. And Jessica Drew's obviously pissed because she is a kid, so she was, you know, obviously gonna get mad about that. And then somebody shoots at them, they jump out of the way, and I think he's called the Astro Spider-Man. I have no idea. I don't even know how he's a spider totem character person, but I guess we'll find out. I don't know who that is, but we'll find out. So yeah, this was not that good, sadly. So I was really excited for this. It was a cool team, but it just wasn't good. And Spider-Kid was very annoying, and I don't know, I just did not like this book. The art was good, the art was pretty good, but no, this isn't good. But we'll have to see if it picks up in the second and third issue. I'm just very disappointed. Very, very disappointed with this book. But let's look at Vault of Spiders #1. Now this I was really excited for because it's cool. We were seeing new spider people. Maybe they'll introduce more spider people. But no, this is also trash. So there are 4 stories in here all together, and the first one is the Web Slinger, and he's basically the cowboy Spider-Man, the Western Spider-Man, and he's got a horse. It's kind of funny. He's got he's got a Spider-Man mask on the horse as well, and he goes to Dr. Morbius because Morbius was like eating people, and then like he like saves the kids that Morbius had captured, and yeah, that's it. This wasn't good. The art's trash. I don't care about this character at all. Who cares? Who cares? It was kind of trash. But the next story, called Final Galaxy Battle, has the Japanese Spider-Man from the 1970s live-action show that Japan made, where he had Leopardon, which is a mech. And this is funny because you got your regular comic book, and then you turn the page to that story, and it turns into basically a manga, which is kind of funny. And this was good just because it was over the top, and it's like a satire, I guess, on like animes and manga, which is pretty funny, and it's spot on, and it's really, it's just funny how like over the top it is and crazy it is. And he fights some villain, and then he blasts off in Leopard, and that's the whole thing. But then the next story is Spider-Bite, who is Spider-Woman, but like in the Matrix. So there's like a VR like game that you can play, and she's Spider-Woman or Spider-Bite in that universe, or in that like VR video game thing, and she beats up this crook who stole money, and then the money gets transferred back to the people playing the game, because like the robber actually stole money in-game. That's money in real life. So, I don't know, something stupid. But then we get to the good story, maybe the best story in this book. Definitely, this was really good. The Savage Spider-Man. It's basically Kazar, but Spider-Man. And in 6 pages, they establish his character at really good in this, surprisingly. So Wilson Fisk is actually hunting like the dinosaurs in the Savage Land, and we find out that Peter Parker actually went on the plane with his parents, and it crashed into the Savage Land, and Spider-Man or Peter Parker got raised by giant spiders. And this suit is really cool. This is it's such a cool suit. And then we see that Kazar does exist, but he's Kazar the Hunter. So he's Kraven in this universe, I guess. And he goes down immediately. These bones drop on him that the Savage Spider-Man set the trap. And Wilson Fisk runs onto a plane because Wilson Fisk was the one that made the plane go down, I guess, and Peter's parents worked for Wilson Fisk. So Wilson Fisk goes on the plane, and then a bunch of spiders attack and take over the plane. And that was simple, 6 pages, really cool costume for the Savage Spider-Man, and also a really good story. Surprisingly, in 6 pages, they established his origin, they established all that, and they barely established Spider-Kid's origin in Spider-Force. And this isn't a short story, this is a whole 1 issue. There's 6 pages, and you get the whole origin and kind of the feel of the universe for the Savage Spider-Man. So yeah, this was trash. The 3 stories in here weren't good, and the 1 story of the Savage Spider-Man was good, and I would probably read a book or something about the Savage Spider-Man because his character seemed very fleshed out and interesting, and I would read more about the Savage Spider-Man in the future. Yeah guys, that's it. If you guys want more Spider-Geddon coverage, make sure you subscribe and check out some of the other Spider-Geddon videos that we have on the channel if you missed them, and give this video a like. And yeah guys, so I'll see you next week when we talk about Spider-Geddon #3.